Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 2 and the three-headed serpent mission set in Santa Fortuna. And today we will be taking care of a couple of challenges. The first being still as a statue for dropping the Delgado statue onto Delgado. And obviously the second will be the exit stage left challenge, which is to drop the same statue on Delgado and Martinez at the same time. That one's a little bit tricky, needs to be well timed. So for this we're just going to be bringing with us our silenced pistol and our trusty, as always, lockpick. For achieving this challenge we will also get ourselves the on a pedestal discovery or feat for loosening the statue that we are going to use as our kill weapon. So right from the start, off the bat, what we're going to do is we're going to run directly to our right towards the gas station here. So just behind the rickshaw we find ourselves a wrench that will come in very handy later on, and we're now going to continue on over the bridge and under the mountain, and we're going to go and take care of George Franco in our usual way. So we're going to, once we're under the mountain, we're going to vault over on the barrier on the right, hang a left, run right to where the downed aeroplane is and up the cliff face, making sure that the two guards who would patrol around here are not currently here. So once we have made it to the top of the cliff, we're going to crouch run till we get to the stairs on our right, make our way down the stairs and across the rickety wooden bridge, at which point we will slow down and duck into the tall grass area. And we're going to make our way all the way round to the back of the drugs lab, using all of the tall grass wherever possible, which there is a lot of, so it's quite possible. And we're just heading for this tree ahead of us here. We're going to go round to the right of the tree, and then we're going to crouch run across the path, slow back down again through the bushes, and round to the back of the drugs lab, where we will find ourselves a fuse box. So we're going to turn off that fuse box and await for that to attract the attention of the drug lab worker, who we are unfortunately already distracted when we run across the path. So we've got to wait for him to get distracted by the fuse box before turning it back on, move a safe distance, and now all we've got to do is wait for the drug lab worker to come round. He will investigate the fuse box, we can sneak up behind him and we can knock him out. A little bit like this. So once he's unconscious we can then take his outfit, and that will get us through this area a little bit easier. And we're just going to run straight for the tree ahead of us, right up by the cliff face here. And we're just going to wait by this tree, select our silenced pistol, and what we're waiting for is a couple of the guards to make their way around past us, just so we don't distract them as we're moving through the bushes. And once they're gone past, we can run straight ahead of us again towards the tree. And ahead of us we find Franco's little office, so we're going to shoot the camera above the door of the office, put our gun away. We're going to collect the coins and the soda can from the wooden box outside here. And if Franco isn't around, we can go straight ahead and turn off the air conditioning unit and turn it back on again. That will distract the occupant of Franco's little office hut area here. And when he comes around to investigate, just like before, we will sneak up behind him, knock him out. We're going to grab the key that he drops, and we're going to hide his body in the crate that's just behind us. So with him out of the way, this little area now is clear, and we're just going to use the key we picked up to make our way into the building. We're going to pull out our silenced pistol. We're going to reload our silent pistol, and we're going to hide in the box and wait for Franco's arrival. Now you want to be aware of the white dot you can see moving diagonally on the screen there. That is a woman outside, and when she's over to the left, she can see us through the window when we exit the box. So just be aware of her location. But once Franco arrives, we can simply duck out of the box.
Franco confirmed down. Nice work, 47.
Shoot him in the back a couple of times, hide him in the box, hide our gun, and now the arduous long trek all the way back into the village, all the way back, retrace our steps all the way the same way we came in, except for we're not going around the drugs lab. We're going to make our way back across the rickety bridge. There are no more enforcers now, so we can just stand up and run all the way. We're going to dive off the other end of the cliff here and back down the vine and past the down plane and exit back out onto the main road. So our next objective is basically we need to wake up the band who had a heavy night last night, and they're dotted about the village unconscious somewhere. And the first one is just behind the bus stop, and he is unconscious just around here. So to wake him up, we're going to turn on this tap. That will wake him up. So we're going to now move on to the next guy who's just outside of the market area, which is just to our right here. And we're just going to use the can we collected earlier and throw that against the wall next to him. That will wake him up. And our last guy will be down at the village construction site, which is just down by the bar. Here it is, just on our left, and just underneath this last part of the building here we find our third band member. So with them all now wide awake, they're going to make their way into the town square and take up position on the stage and await their fourth member, who unfortunately is dead, who is currently in this room as well. This is the band's little house, the house with all the music blasting out of. And as you saw on the wall there is a fuse box, so we're going to turn off that fuse box. That will distract the occupant inside, who will come through the door, and we don't have to lockpick the door. We're going to make our way inside and into the bedroom, where we find the corpse of the drummer, the final band member. So we're going to take his outfit and we are going to join the rest of the band in the town square on the stage. Now unfortunately, so far only 2 band members have arrived. We're still waiting on the last guy. But luckily for us, Martinez is already here as part of her routine. So when our 4th band member arrives and I begin to play the drums, we won't have too long to wait for her to be in position. Unfortunately, there's a cutscene coming and a long speech, none of which we can avoid. So once everybody's in place, we're going to start playing the music. That's going to trigger the cutscene. So what we need to do basically is wait for Martinez to give her little speech, introduce Rico Delgado, and while Rico's giving his speech, we're going to make our way to the statue above him and loosen the statue, and then drop it on him and Martinez.
The saints are truly smiling upon you all. This is a day of celebration and joy. Today, the Delgados present you a gift unlike anything you have ever seen. Remember, we are here to help you. And from now on, the watchful and caring eyes of the cartel will be upon you day and night. We will protect you from the corruption of the big city and the crooked government. Rico Delgado has promised me just this morning to step up and become the patron saint of San Fortuna. So, as we wait for him to descend, take a moment to feel in your heart the natural gratitude and pride that comes from such a promise. You will, now and forever, be under the wings of the Delgado cartel. We
So basically what we're doing now, we're just waiting for Rico to arrive, which he has just now done.
The lion of Bogota, the man who has taken it upon himself to destroy corruption and evil in this proud nation of ours. A man whose only concern is for the welfare and safety of this glorious village and all of proud Colombia. I give to you Rico Delgado.
So once Rico takes the stage and the band has stopped playing, we are going to exit the stage. We're going to run around all these guards circling the square.
Looking good, man. Looking
And
good.
up to the statue area. Now there's usually 2 guards guarding this area, but they are currently down in the square, so we can make our way straight in. We're going to crouch as we make our way up the stairs, and we are going to loosen the statue with our wrench, and that will get you the on a pedestal challenge. It won't pop for me because I had a recording error. So at this point we're going to drop a save, and we're going to take care of the still as a statue challenge first, which entails pushing the statue onto Rico Delgado. So we're going to do this pretty much at any point. We can even wait and let him pull the statue on himself, but we're just going to get it over with. There we
Rico
go.
Delgado has been eliminated. Nicely done.
So at this point we're going to reload from where we saved, and now we need to be very, very on the ball with the speech. As soon as Rico Delgado starts losing his temper and says, "Heads will roll for this," that's when we're going to push the statue. And we should catch both targets together.
Please. Drum roll, damn it. Oh, drum roll, huh?
You there! Where's the drummer?
Hell with this.
What the hell
I am
happened
sick
to
and
the
tired
drummer?
of these damn
I didn't say
amateurs.
he could leave.
Heads will roll for this.
So push the button now.
All targets neutralized. This should paralyze the cartel. Excellent work, 47. Now head for an exit.
So that should get you the exit stage left challenge. It's very tricky to get the timing exactly right, which is why partly we dropped the save just beforehand. So as Diana suggests, we are now just going to make our way to the nearest exit, which will be the boat exit, which is just in this little building here by the bar. So there you go, that is the exit stage left challenge and the still as a statue challenge, both taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.